Hey guys, Josh from Solution Based. So we're going to go over a furnace with AC with 4-wire. Back in the day, we could run 4-wire 2 thermostats, and there's many homes that still only have 4 wires in their bundle. We're talking about in the bundle of the brown, usually sometimes white cloth thermostat wire. There are conductors in there. That's the individual little wires, okay? In there, there's only 4 of those conductors instead of 5 like we have in a modern system. So that creates some challenges with today's modern systems and today's modern thermostats. So first thing you want to do is pull the face off the thermostat and confirm whether you have 4 or 5 wires or however many wires you have back there, and start looking again, system compatibility, look at the how to pick a thermostat. You're going to want to decide what you're doing with this 4-wire. The first thing you can do is decide to have an electrician and or an HVAC contractor come run a wire for you. That's one of the things that you can do, and certainly many people do that. The other thing that you can do is decide you're going to lose some functionality, okay? Because each one of these wires returns or sends, I should say. Actually, it does return 24 volts to the system that it's connected to be able to initiate functions, whether that be turn on the AC, turn on the fan, whatever it may be. So when you have 4 wires coming in, Y1 is absolutely essential. That is to turn on air conditioning. W1, absolutely essential. That's to turn on heating. R provides power because it has to hold power here to send power to these locations to get it to function. That's absolutely essential. If you have a power steering thermostat, this is where you start getting in trouble. So if it's only power steering, you must have that C wire connected, okay? So what happens is when you connect this like this, R is going to send power to these locations to do their job, which is turn on air conditioning, turn on heating, okay? What that does is it doesn't allow you to have the G wire that you would normally have connected in there. That's that 5th wire, okay? And that means you can't independently control the fan. And in some cases, depending on the system, it could actually not work correctly. So hooking it up with just 4 wires like this will give you the power stealing option, okay? But it will not give you control over your fan. So if you're someone like me, I love to run my fan without any heating or cooling on, because one, I have media filters on, I like my air to be filtered, and I like to open my windows. So a lot of times I'll open the windows and turn the fan on and get everything, you know, kind of moving around so that I can take advantage of cool evenings or mornings or things like that, or even warm afternoons in the springtime. I'll open the windows and turn the fan on to bring that warm outside. I have a stone home, so it stays cool. So I open the windows actually to warm the house up for free or cheap with just a fan. So if this isn't going to bother you, if you don't use the fan function, then you're going to be okay. You can turn this back on. You might have to futz with the connectivity and the logic in the board and getting it programmed. You know, you want to make sure that when Y or W is energized, that without it being energized on G, that the logic in your furnace or air handler will actually turn the fan on. Most of them will. Most of them, when you energize W1 on the board in the furnace, most of them will then turn the blower on for you. So, but you're going to want to confirm that, because there are some out there that do not do that, and in that case you would be jammed up and you would need a new wire. Worst case scenario is that you would then have to run the wire that we talked about in the beginning for this. So definitely can get in a little bit of trouble with 4-wire. Again, use your lifelines. Call the manufacturer. Look inside your furnace. Look at what you have. See what your compatibility is. A little bit of research, okay, and really making sure you know what the functionality is of your piece of equipment is going to allow you to try and kind of get away with this 4-wire without having to have the expense of having somebody come out and run another wire. You can also go with a thermostat with batteries in it, okay, because if this had batteries in it, the common wire becomes less important. You can use the batteries to power the thermostat, then you can hook up your G wire and get the functionality you're looking for. But what do you have to do that? You have to, in the beginning, buy the right thermostat that is compatible and getting you the usage that you're looking for. So if you know you want to use G and the fan by itself, and you know that you only have 4 wires, you want to make sure that you buy a battery compatible thermostat. Many of them are moving away from that. You're seeing less and less. You're starting to see more thermostats that just don't even have batteries. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a battery option so that you can get the 4 wires to work, get your fan to function, and you're going to power it with the batteries. And that just becomes a little bit of a nuisance. You got to remember to change it. It will remind you, most of them these days. So 4 wires, when you only have 4 wires for a furnace and AC. Thanks, guys.